Hello my beautiful friends, if this is your first time to my channel, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Emily and today I am bringing you yet again another collection video. Today we are going to be going over all of my Z palettes, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little anxious for this just because these guys are very messy. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right on in. So this has been pretty much requested for months on my channel. Like, so many people have requested this from me, and I have been a procrastinator Polly over here because these are a freaking hot mess, and you guys will see that when I open them. If I seem a little weird, I'm not really nervous. I'm just kind of like, brace yourselves guys, because I have like an organized chaos thing going on here. Like, these are not going to be your traditional like by color, like all the pans are the same size, like really organized and clean and neat type Z palettes. These are going to be, like I said, organized chaos, but so many people have wanted to see it. So without further ado, let's jump right on in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with my absolute favorite like life Z palette here. This is the Z palette that I use all the time. I do have a video about the Z palette on my channel, and I don't suggest looking it up because I'm very awkward and uncomfortable in that video, but I mean, if you want to see what it used to look like, I'll have it linked, but you've been warned. But this guy is my absolute favorite. As you can see by the front of this palette, I have decked it out with stickers, and I think it's so cute. I just like to kind of dress my things up a little bit, especially when, I mean, it wasn't really boring before, but I don't know, I had these stickers lying around, so I just went for it. But enough about my dumb stickers here. But these are some of my absolute favorite single shadows. I mean, not really some of them. These are my absolute favorite single shadows, just hands down. But these are single shadows that mostly are matte. I only actually have one shimmer in here, which is this guy. This is by Looksy Beauty. This is one of their liquid metals, and it is in the shade Tesla, and I have two of these. So I have this guy in here, and I'll go ahead and swatch it for you. But this is like a beautiful pink and blue duochrome. I've recently shown this off on my channel in my most recent duochrome video. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm not left-handed, so this is kind of weird. But we have some Lorac shadows up here that I have depotted. These right over here and this guy are from, I believe it was my Viseart Pro 2. And these are absolutely tiny. Like, these are like the size of a dime, literally. Then we have some Sugar Pill. This is actually from Juvia's Place. I believe this is from the Festival palette. This is the bright pink in the Festival palette. This is Sugar Pill's Love Plus, which is a classic. We have Butter Cupcake, we have Dolly Pop. The whole point of this palette in the beginning was basically to have like an orangey kind of red corally side, and then to have a more like mauve-y kind of pinky and hot pink side. But eventually it just kind of morphed into almost all hot pinks and then a few reds and whatnot, because I kind of grew out of liking red eyeshadow. I mean, I still like it, don't get me wrong, but I don't like it nearly as much, and I am much more into hot pinks now. So that is why the hot pink has taken over. This is a beautiful hot pink over here. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is Party Drip. Is it Party Drip? Is that what it's called? Yeah, Party Drip from Colored Rain. And I believe you can't even buy these as singles anymore, which I'm so bummed out about. I really wish that I would have gotten a backup because this is like so freaking gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Those are all of my hot pink dreams coming true right there. But that is basically my life palette. If you guys want to see a more detailed and updated version of this and kind of see swatches of everything and know each and every shadow that's in here, just let me know down in the comments. I can absolutely do that and do an updated life Z palette video. So here's my second most favorite Z palette. I glued some sequins on here that I actually got from Cleonid Cosmetics. Every time they sent over a highlighter or an eyeshadow, they always included these beautiful little sequins, so I had to glue them on here. I couldn't just throw them away. They were too shiny and too pretty, and I think this looks really cute now. But yeah, this is a hot mess, but this is one of my absolute favorites that I have in my collection because these are some of my most favorite face products. And I know you might be thinking you have some eyeshadow pans in there, what you talking about, but I use these for mostly face products. These might be eyeshadows, but I use them mostly as like inner corner highlights or brow bone highlights, and I like to have all of those in one place because when I'm doing my highlighting, that's typically when I will highlight the brow bone and highlight the inner corner, so I like to have them all in one spot. Now, as you can see, I have some blushes. I have some Nabla blushes over here that I absolutely love. I have Benefits California. I have this brand new one that I got from ColourPop, which is a light kind of baby warm pink in the shade Above and Beyond. I have not tried that guy yet, but I am excited to do so. And then on the corner here, I have some contour products. I believe this is the Kevyn Aucoin Medium Sculpting Powder, and this is from Fiona Styles, which I believe she's not even around anymore, so yeah, this is pretty old, but I absolutely love this palette so freaking much. I have a bunch of iridescent-y kind of like white gold shades in here. As you can see, a lot of them look the same, but some of them are like pink iridescent, some of them are peach iridescent, some of them are white gold iridescent. They're all different to me. I know I sound like a crazy person that's like hoarding the same type of eyeshadow, but I promise they're all different in some sort of way. Now, moving right along to this gorgeous Cheetah print Tarte palette. It's super, super high quality. Georgia Harris actually gave this to me. This is a hot mess too. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is another eyeshadow palette that I have that has some singles in it. Now, the bottom row over here are some Lorac ones that I depotted. I have a Kat Von D shadow that I depotted from one of those little quads that she came out with a couple years ago. And let me tell you, it was extremely hard to depot that. Those are not meant to be depotted. As you can see, there's some dings in it and it got all sorts of beat up. I have some Give Me Glow shadows over here. This is a Suba Beauty shadow in the shade Hookah, which is a gorgeous berry. This is actually a blush from Cleonid Cosmetics in the shade Pollen. I like to use it as an eyeshadow and as a blush. I don't really know why it's in here, to be honest. You'd think it would be with my face palette, but I don't know, he just strayed away. This is from the Juvia's Place Festival palette. This is a beautiful Touch of Glam Beauty highlighter in the shade Bling Bling Honey. This is one of her new ones, and this is so freaking reflective and gorgeous. This is absolutely beautiful. It is like the most wet, metallic looking pale gold highlight. I absolutely love it. We have another Nabla blush. This is in the shade Habana. Reminds me of that song. But over here I have Macaroon by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a titanium shadow, and it is a beautiful like purpley plummy metallic. These two in the corner here are duochromes. I have the shade Prophecy by Cleona, which is a beautiful like multi-chrome pinky orangey gold shade, as you can see there. And then I have Flower Child by Luxie Beauty, which is a beautiful duochrome as well. This is like a rosy pink shade with a bit of a mossy green undertone, which is really kind of strange sounding, but it's really, really beautiful on the eyes. This is Pumpkin Spice by Sydney Grace. This is so freaking beautiful. I absolutely love this. It's like a cross between a champagne, a gold, and a peachy orange shade. And then we have another one by Sydney Grace here, which is a beautiful metallic sunshiny yellow, but when you buff this into the crease, it actually works more so as a matte, and it is so bright and neon and fluorescent. I absolutely adore it. And that was in the shade Sunbeam, and I have this beautiful highlighter, which is from the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero collab. I can't remember the name of this one, but it's the white one from the palette, and it's a gorgeous like iridescent blue white type of shade. It's beautiful. So this is a palette that I cannot live without. I use this almost every single day, if not every single day. And as you can see, this Z palette is shaped like a flower. I think it's so cute. Some people thought that this collection was super, super tacky. This was the Love and Fairy Dust collection, I believe, that came out in spring, but as soon as I saw the Z palette, I was on that website like so freaking fast. I bought this guy so fast, and I think it's so cute. And this is what the inside looks like here. This is kind of a continuation for me of the face palette that I showed you guys earlier, but I kind of just expanded it into this guy. So these are mostly face products. We have a few eye products over here, but these are like my go-to standard everyday face products and transition shades, if you will. Now, 9 times out of 10 when I'm using a transition shade, I tend to reach for these kind of really light baby pink, kind of washed out pink shades. And I reach for white a lot when I'm trying to blend out my eye looks and get a very diffused look. I'll reach for a white and just tap a little bit underneath the brow bone, and it'll help to blend everything out a little bit. So this area over here is like my little transition shade area, and same with this guy and this guy as well. These are Kat Von D shadows that are from those quads that I talked about. And yes, they were just as hard to depot as the other one that I showed you. And this is from one of the Marc Jacobs palettes. I cannot remember for the life of me what Marc Jacobs palette this is from. But the rest of these I use mostly as brow bone and inner corner highlights. So this is from Beauty Bar Baby, and this is in the shade Pretty in Pink, I believe. I've had this since 2015, but it's still good. It's still going strong. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that shift, it's so freaking gorgeous. And this is a stunning light pink to gold reflect highlight. I love this for the inner corner, I love this for the brow bone. A lot of these highlighters that are in this palette are very, very strong, very intense, not for the faint of heart, and that is because these are from my brow bone, and I like to have a really, really strong inner corner and brow bone highlight. Now this guy over here is Luxie Beauty's Stiletto, and I believe that this was created to dupe out one of the Pat McGrath highlights. It is one of the brightest and most beautiful highlights that I have in my collection. It is an iridescent white gold that has a little bit of a blue shift to it. It is my go-to when it comes to my brow bone. This guy over here is Luxie Beauty's Strip, which is a gorgeous pink and white iridescent duochrome. I recently showed this off in my duochrome video as well. And these two guys over here are from the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. This is the pink shade, and this is the more champagne shade. I don't remember the name of these, I'm sorry, but nonetheless, they are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this is like my highlighter dreams come true right here. Look how beautiful that is. So this is a Z palette that is newer to my collection. I've talked about this in one of my recent videos, but one of my subscribers was nice enough to send me a Z palette, and she blinged it out here, and I think it's just so adorable, and I really appreciate her doing that. So I think that was just so cute of her, and I absolutely love it. But this is what the inside looks like, and I've already gotten it dirty. I'm literally the worst. But this isn't super organized. I mean, it's a little bit organized, but it wouldn't make a lot of sense to anyone who isn't in my mind. But these are basically some of my eyeshadow toppers, if you will. That's kind of the theme that I wanted to be going on here, but I don't think I have enough eyeshadow toppers that are in single form to fill this up completely. So I kind of just did like a blush and a few highlights, and then some eyeshadow toppers, and then some random greens and yellows. I know it looks absolutely chaotic, and it is. But this is a gorgeous highlight, and so is the one next to it. These are both from Cleonid Cosmetics. This is in the shade Fuse, which is a beautiful iridescent peach shade. And this is in the shade Sweet Tart, which is a beautiful peach to violet iridescent duochrome. These are beautiful duochrome highlights. I like to use them as eyeshadows, as face highlights. These are absolutely stunning. This is from Luxie Beauty as well, and I like to use this as an eyeshadow when I'm doing kind of red toned orangey looks. This is in the shade Valley Girl, and it's actually a highlighter. This would be an absolutely beautiful highlight on you if you have really deep dark skin. This would be freaking stunning. It's this beautiful like peachy, pinky, goldy iridescent shade. And it's really beautiful as a blush topper as well, but I personally like it the most as an eyeshadow. Then we have some more beautiful Luxie Beauty shades here. I kind of got it all over my fingers, but this is in the shade Starboy, which is a beautiful like light teal kind of greeny gold eyeshadow. As you can see, the shadow has a lot of sparkle to it, and it's a little bit more sheer, so I really like to use this as a topper. And then we have Frostbite here by Luxie Beauty as well, which is a beautiful duochrome. It's like an icy kind of violet and aqua blue duochrome. We have some more blues over here. We have the shade Dreamboat by Luxie Beauty, which is a beautiful pale kind of cool toned icy blue. We have Duper Star, which is a gorgeous, absolutely beautiful duochrome as well. It's a gorgeous like light purple that shifts to a periwinkle blue. And then we have a new shade to my collection over here, which is Nabla's Glasswork. This looks really deep in the pan, but let me swatch it for you guys. It is actually pretty sheer and light toned once you actually swatch it, but it has such a strong, like pinky purple sparkle to it, and I thought this would be just beautiful, just patted all over the lid without any other eyeshadow. I've been doing that a lot lately, and I've been liking the look of that, so I thought this was perfect for that specific type of look. And then this random guy up here is from Victoria's Secret. I've had this literally since I was like 16, and it works as an eyeshadow topper as well. It's kind of got the same vibe that all of the other shadows that I have swatched out here do, except it has more of a mauve-y kind of baby pink undertone to it, but it has a pretty strong sparkle to it as well. So moving right along here, we have this beautiful mermaid-y kind of iridescent scaly Look and Z palette. I got this from Wish, I believe. I don't remember where I got it. It was really cheap and really inexpensive, but it works, and I think it's cute. And I just have some more single shadows in here and some face products as well. Why I decided to organize it like this, I'm not really sure. I gotta be completely honest, but we have some Looksy beauty shades up here. This is the shade Platinum Pink. It is a beautiful metallic, cool toned icy pink that leans a little bit on the taupe side. It's really, really beautiful. This guy up here is Nebula, which is a cool toned icy kind of grayish blue. Then we have ColourPop's Best Coast Scenario, which is a bright neon corally orange, and this is a matte. Really, really beautiful to start out a look with. We have this beautiful, like, kind of mustardy light yellow shade, which is Geese Alang by Sydney Grace. Absolutely stunning. And then Pegasus by Nabla, which is a duochrome, and this has kind of like a gold flip to it. It's a lilac shade with a gold flip, and it's on the satiny side, so it's not super intense, but it's really beautiful all over the lid. And the last matte that we have over here is by ColourPop, and this is in the shade Slim Fit. Let's watch that guy right there. So that is what that row looks like. Then we have a very familiar pan here. This is Fenty Beauty's Trophy Wife. So many people have this. This was like all anyone was talking about in September of last year. It is a beautiful, really, really sparkly, really reflective highlight, but it's way too dark for my skin tone, so I use this baby as an eyeshadow, and it's absolutely gorgeous.